It's become part of the city's culture, identity, history. But this sport goes beyond the fortress. The Scarlet and Gray.
The UNLV men's hockey team has dominated.
Our boys in silver.
It's a great opportunity. It's a great challenge. It's the right time. It feels right.
The Monsters in the north.
The Golden Knights are beefing up their minor leagues with the Night Monsters. They begin playing this upcoming season.
And the next generation.
When we scored the overtime goal, it's like, really? That just happened?
The Vegas Junior Golden Knights girls made history by becoming the first female hockey team to represent the state.
They live at the rink. They love the game.
Vegas wanted hockey, Vegas got hockey.
Covering every local team on the ice, this is Hockey in the Desert Weekly.
Welcome inside another edition of Hockey in the Desert Weekly. I'm your host, Vince Sapienza. The National Hockey League is officially on break, but we are not. So let's fire home a snapshot of what is in store over the next 30 minutes. We'll look back at the week that was for all the Knights, look ahead to the Four Nations Face-Off, and catch up with former Olympian Darren Eliot. I'll highlight a pair of local youth teams who get set to represent our city and state on a national and international level. And as always, we've got the Skatin Rebels in studio. Freshman forward Dylan Jensen joins the program to talk all things Scarlet and Gray. Now, as we know, the month of January was a rough one for the Golden Knights. They finished 6-6-3. The start of February, not a lot to write home about either. They opened up a 4-game road trip with back-to-back losses against the teams in New York, but a trip to New Jersey seemed to have flipped their fortunes. Let's go to the Rock in Newark. The guys in goal doing whatever they can to snap out of their current funk. No score in the first, so we jump to the second. Nick Waugh finds some space, first shot saved, but buries his own rebound. Lucky number 7 on the season for Waugh, and his first in 16 games makes it 1-0. Later, oh hey, what do you say? Theodore from the blue line navigates this one through a bevy of bodies in front. Beats Jake Allen, that's number 7 for him as well, doubles the roadies' lead. We go to the third, where it's Jack Eichel adding a third. Crashing the crease gets his 8th in the last 9 games, 19th of the season. Aiden Hill set a new career high with his 20th win of the season, backstopping the Knights to a 3-1 victory, snapping their longest losing streak of the season at 4 games.
Yeah, it's cool. So I didn't really know that, but thanks. No, it's it's exciting. So I guess now go for 30, right? I thought we just looked fresh. We got a lot of pucks in net. I thought Allen actually had a great game. I thought we could have had 5 or 6 goals out there. So no, I thought we did a good job getting pucks in the net, crashing the net, trying to bang away at some rebounds, like Jack's goal there at the end. So kudos to our guys. I thought they had a great performance tonight.
It means a lot. Obviously, kind of struggling a little bit to get goals lately. We're getting more chances every game, but can't somehow get like 4 or 5 like we used to do. So we're gonna have to be good defensively, and we've been in the past couple of games.
All right, let's go to the TD Garden in Boston, where it was setting up to be another night of frustration. And Oliver Wahlstrom gives Pavel Dorofeyev a shove. That was not welcome. They mix it up. Keegan Kolesar gets involved. He drops the glove and then drops Wahlstrom. Now, Vegas would find themselves down 14 minutes in, but the captain delivers his own counterpunch on the power play, redirecting the point shot from Theodore. Just his second goal in the last 14 games cuts the deficit in half after 1. So we jump to the second. Ilya Samsonov gonna have nightmares on this one. Mishandles the puck, and next thing he knows, it's behind him. Boston take a 3-1 lead. 34 seconds left in the period. Zach Whitecloud slaps this one through traffic and somehow makes its way through the pads of Jeremy Swayman, finds its way over the line. They would take a look, review. It is a good goal. Whitecloud's 4th of the season. Knights down 3-2 after 2. Final frame. The Knights coming all the way back. Look at this play from the Massachusetts native. Eichel slipping this one to Theodore, who puts it on a platter for Dorofeyev. His team leading 23rd of the season, ties the game at 3. And then with under 2 to play, after having a goal called back on the power play, Vegas get it right back. Tomas Hertl hits 21 from the slot. That is your winner. The Knights win back-to-back games for the first time since January 7th. 4-3, your final.
We have a veteran team, and we're a mature group. We understand. Break didn't start. Today before the game, we had a job to do. Come in here and win a hockey game, and I give the guys a ton of credit. We did that.
We made the plays that we needed to do to get it in our favor. Another close game, and so And I think after I look at it, I'll probably think, okay, we were the better team most of the night. Sometimes it's hard in those games. They're so back and forth. I thought we were that way with New Jersey. I thought we were that way with the Islanders, and 2 periods against the Rangers. So this trip, I thought, okay, the first period we didn't get the start we wanted, but a lot of good periods out of the 12 on this trip. And if we can get away from those lulls like we typically can, get through them, then we're going to be a lot better off coming out the other side.
Well, as we mentioned, the National Hockey League is officially on break, and now a quartet of countries will come together for the Four Nations Face-Off. Canada, Finland, Sweden, and the United States playing in a round-robin tournament, taking the place of this year's NHL All-Star Game. Now, with Alex Pietrangelo and William Karlsson not participating due to injuries, the Golden Knights will have 6 representatives on Team USA. It's Jack Eichel, Noah Hannafin. Team Canada, Bruce Cassidy serving as an assistant coach, Mark Stone, Shea Theodore, and Aiden Hill. Now, while all have represented their countries before at different tournaments at different levels, none have done it at the Olympic level. And the Four Nations Face-Off is serving as an appetizer of sorts for the 2026 Olympics. Now, there is Olympic experience within the Golden Knights organization, and it just so happens to be in the broadcast booth.
We were still amateurs. It wasn't the pros playing in the Olympics. So for me, I get to relive it, but kind of in reverse, if you will, because we were just kids coming out of college, junior kids. We had guys on our team, J.J. Daigneault, who was Kirk Muller, who was a 2nd overall pick behind Mario Lemieux that year. But it was kids. Now it's for the fans. Everybody understands the business reasons and all those kinds of things. But because there's a Team Canada, like I said, I get to relive it anyway.
Darren Eliot is a Golden Knights broadcaster and the Senior VP of Hockey Programming and Facility Operations. But 4 decades prior to those titles, he was a captain at Cornell, getting set to put on the Canadian sweater for the first time.
Instead of going with my buddies to Florida for spring break, I went to Russia. And, our season ended at Cornell, and I had the Zamboni guy, the kid who ran the Zamboni, he would take shots on me. That was how I was trying to stay sharp. I get to Russia, the scoreboard counts the opposite direction. It counts from 0 to 20. They already had netting in place, pulled very taut, and they had 2 goals on me in the first 5 minutes. I'm like, what? Ended up a 3-3 tie, and it wasn't the big Russian team. But that was my first, wait a sec, this game is way different.
Eliot played in 34 career international games, including a pair at the 1984 Winter Olympics in Yugoslavia, where Canada placed 4th. He said he has a lot of memories from that experience, but one sticks out more than the rest.
That we walked in the opening and closing ceremonies as athletes, not just a hockey team. We walked with the skiers and the skaters and bobsled and luge. So that was a really different way of looking at yourself as an athlete. You were just one of many, not a hockey player. Those memories have stuck with me.
NHL participation at the Olympics started in 1998. Eliot, who was on the ice in '84, had another front row view in 2006.
One of my proudest moments as a journalist, broadcaster, I got to do the 2006 Olympics in Italy. So I got to go as a broadcaster and as a player. Pretty cool. Sweden won. Henrik Lundqvist with a great save. I called it Lunchquist in my analysis. It was a goal line stand. As I grew older and as it became more of a thing for the NHL and there was more of a profile, I get to relive it every 4 years. And that's made it special. Not that it wasn't special, it became more special beginning with the Olympics and with each successive Olympiad.
When they drop the puck in 2026 at the Olympics in Italy, it'll be best on best for the first time since 2014. Until then, the Four Nations Face-Off will quench the thirst of international hockey fans, including Eliot.
I hope they enjoy it, but it's really just from a competitive standpoint. But it's, again, a preamble to NHL players playing in the Olympics next year. The heartstrings will be tugging for Team Canada. Even though I have worked for the last 30 years for USA Hockey, like so many of us guys that played in the States and stayed here and married here and stayed here. And you know, just tried to bring the game that we all love and grew up with to wherever we're happy to be living.
Now here's a look at the Four Nations Face-Off schedule. It gets going at the Bell Center in Montreal Wednesday. Canada, Sweden. The United States will open up their tournament against Finland on Thursday, and then rivalry Saturday with Sweden, Finland, the United States, and our northern neighbors. Monday, the scene will shift to the TD Garden in Boston before the championship game, Thursday, February 20th. All right, despite all the ice, we're just getting warmed up here on Hockey in the Desert Weekly. When we return, I'll introduce you to some of our local youth teams that are getting set to represent our city and state. Give it in.
You're watching Hockey in the Desert Weekly.
Calgary net is empty. Puck along the far half wall. McLean there trying to dig it free. Stromgren there to stop him. Poirier at the line had knocked off his stick. Here's McLean to the empty net, scores!
Yeah, I was probably as good a shot as I was going to get. The D-man was kind of closing, and just got lucky in winning. It's good.
Have a day, Mitch McLean against his former team. He nets his second career hat trick. Welcome back inside Hockey in the Desert Weekly. The Silver Knights took game one of the weekend series against the Wranglers in dominant fashion and then followed it up 24 hours later.
Left-handed shooter, slowly in on Cooley. Sapovalov to the backhand, scores! Left-handed shooter out wide to his right. Now drifts to the middle. Forehand, scores! Gage Quinney picks it up. Here he comes, game on his stick. In on Cooley to the backhand, scores!
The Silver Knights scored on every attempt in the shootout, and Carl Lindbaum made 23 saves in total, helping Henderson earn the weekend sweep over the top team in the Western Conference. And now HSK, the hottest team in the Pacific Division, winning 8 of their last 10.
Really good, yeah. No, I mean, obviously they're top of our division and, you know, one of the best teams in the league. So, yeah, really proud of the boys. They're stepping up and playing 2 good games, and yeah, really good test for us, and we have something else. So.
Well, I think it's contagious when you start to have that. The messaging hasn't necessarily changed. I think we've gotten some results from it, which has given our guys confidence. But we're getting contributions from up and down our lineup, from our goaltenders out. We're getting contributions from different guys on each and every night, and it's been fun to be a part of.
And some stick taps to a pair of our local teams, starting with the Las Vegas Storm boys 12U AA team, who were accepted to compete at the 65th Annual Quebec International Pee Wee Hockey Tournament in Canada this week. The Storm are one of 120 teams representing 17 countries competing across 5 divisions. More on them next week. And earlier this month, over at the America First Center, the Vegas Junior Golden Knights shut out the Las Vegas Storm 5-0, and in the process winning the 14U AA State Championship. They will now compete in the USA Hockey National Tournament in Michigan this coming April.
This one is rolled all the way around. Jake Stevens is going to get there first for Tahoe. He's got Jones with him. Stevens fires, glove save. No, they score!
After going through a bit of a rough patch on the road, the Night Monsters emphatically snapped out of a 4-game losing streak by putting together a 3-game winning streak and a series sweep against the Adirondack Thunder. Sloan Stanek making sure they got 6 out of 6 points with the OT winner.
Yeah, it felt pretty nice to get it, and just for us to get those big 2 points there was really important for our group there. We wanted to win, and we were lucky enough to win again tonight and get those 6 points this week. And obviously the crowd was unbelievable, and couldn't ask for a better crowd tonight to fire us up in a 3-3.
I mean, it's just that next man up. Like, we had guys that have been playing lower roles on the team throughout the season step up and score some big goals for us and contribute in other ways, and I think that was the biggest thing. And then the new guys stepped in and played really well. Like, I was happy with Jordan and Cade. They've played really well on their end, and then Stevens has come in and played a big role, so give them all credit. They really stepped in and helped us win all 3 of those games.
Now the one who picked up that assist in overtime is the newest member of the Night Monsters, Jake Stevens, who was acquired via trade with the Maine Mariners for future considerations. Prior to his arrival in Tahoe, the 28-year-old defenseman had 54 ECHL games to his name with 4 different teams. In 3 games with Tahoe, Stevens is a +4 with a pair of shots on goal and that game-winning helper. Now don't forget, if you can't get up to Tahoe, you can't watch the Night Monsters on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. Your next chance, March 6th against Rapid City. Still ahead here on Hockey in the Desert Weekly, it is time to turn our attention to the Scarlet and Gray. Skatin Rebels freshman forward Dylan Jensen makes his debut on the program. We'll talk about the newest hardware coming home and the tests that lay ahead. Keep it here. Welcome back inside Hockey in the Desert Weekly. For nearly a decade, the goal of the UNLV hockey program has been to make it to NCAA Division I status. Now, there are a number of things that need to happen to get there, but in the end, it's about money. And one of the major ways to generate money is winning, and that's something the Skatin Rebels have been doing consistently. In the last 5 years, they've played 130 games, winning 103 of them. And this year, those wins have already made it a banner-type season.
Winding up a wrist, he scores! Fires the wrist shot, he scores! Next save, rebound, Tuesday score!
Thanks to a 4-0 shutout on the road in Utah, UNLV picked up their first trophy in program history, winning the Western Collegiate Hockey League Conference Championship.
It takes this program to another level. I think that was one of our goals. Testament to all the kids and all the hard work they put in day in, day out.
For us to be able to do something that no team before us has ever done here means a ton. I've noticed it already around campus, just around town. You know, I've had a couple job interviews where guys have said, oh, the UNLV hockey team, you guys are having a special year. To hear that it's gratifying, but it also makes you hungrier to just keep building and to keep getting better.
Not only do the Scarlet and Gray bring home some hardware, it also gives them an automatic bid back to the ACHA National Tournament next month. Head coach Anthony Vigneri-Greener says while they'll take it, for them, it's all about the final rankings. The top 4 teams earn a bye, and with 6 games to go, UNLV ranks second nationally.
I think that's crucial. We kind of ran out of gas last year. We had to win 4 on 4 nights, and by that championship game, we ran out of gas. It's crucial for us to be in that top 4, and that's one of our goals, to get that extra day of rest off.
Del Monte for UNLV, and he scores.
Skatin Rebels captain Matias Del Monte and his teammates took over the hockey world earlier this month when they upset the reigning, defending NCAA champions from Denver University. That night and that game will serve as a memory for a lifetime, though they say it doesn't satisfy the hunger to win it all.
We have 6 really important games left to end the season, and then wherever we fall in the rankings, then we'll start prepping for the national tournament. But I think we're deep enough. We have a great leadership core to make a run.
It's been a special year so far, but we haven't done anything that we want to do yet. We're just locked in on nationals. It's live in the moment, but we know that it's national championship or bust for us.
So the Skatin Rebels have 6 more games left before they leave for nationals in St. Louis next month. You can next catch the Scarlet and Gray at City National Arena for their home regular season finale March 7th, where they will be presented the WCHL Championship Trophy prior to their matchup with Arizona State. But at this time, you have to bring in one of the players for the Skatin Rebels. Freshman forward Dylan Jensen. Dylan, the first freshman ever to appear on the program. How does it feel?
Feels good. Feels good to be here.
Okay. I appreciate the enthusiasm. You just saw the piece. Obviously, the excitement of bringing the first piece of hardware home to this program. What's it mean to be a part of this team, this group, and what it means moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, we have a special group this year, from the coaches to the players to the staff, everybody. Even the alumni working in the past to grow this program to where it is today. And I'm just grateful to be a part of the team this year that gets to bring it home.
So 22 wins, 1 loss, 2 results not going in your favor in extra time this past season. It's an incredible record. What has the mood been like this season, and how have you seen kind of the ascension of the group?
Yeah, it's been good. The mood's been pretty high. We still have a lot of work to do before nationals, but I think we're in the right direction right now.
So you guys are coming off a bye week as well. How did you guys use this time away? Because we're kind of in the grind of it, right? As you get ready for nationals, it comes fast, it comes furious, and it can be an abrupt ending if you don't take care of business. What is the mood right now, and how did you use the time away?
I mean, yeah, I just use the time away to kind of take care of our health on and off the ice, get some schoolwork done, get caught up, and just get ready to go into this next month here where it's going to be a grind to come out on top.
There's that old schoolwork thing you
yeah.
still need to worry about as well. How's that been, the balance, the transition for you as a freshman coming in with the program, taking care of everything you need to do on and off the ice?
I mean, yeah, at first I was nervous, but I got a lot of guidance from the upperclassmen here, and they kind of helped me out and showed me the way.
All right, as we look ahead now to San Diego State this weekend, you guys put a hurt on them when they came to City National Arena to the tune of 16 goals in that first game. What is the mindset as you look to kind of hone in on your game?
I mean, yeah, they're the next team in front of us, so got to go in there, take care of the job, and then get out of there.
Automatic bid to the national tournament, but getting that top 4, is all the utmost important. So you got to keep this train rolling.
Yep.
How do you guys do that? What is the messaging from the leaders in the room?
I mean, yeah, just don't look too far ahead. Keep your next opponent in front of you, and just got to keep winning.
And as we wrap this part up, as you look ahead to Nationals, I know you don't want to look too far ahead, but what is the excitement level to get into St. Louis?
I mean, we're all really excited. This is what we've been looking forward to all year. It's been one of our main goals as a program to win the national championship, and just looking forward to it.
On your way. Dylan Jensen, freshman forward for the Skatin Rebels. Appreciate the time. Thank you so much. We will chat down the line. We are not done. We are taking one more break here on Hockey in the Desert Weekly. When we return, it's time to clear the ice. Welcome back. Jumping right into our continuing quest segment where former Stanley Cup champion Paul Cotter doing the dirty work, taking a hit to make a play, digs out the puck, buries it, rebound, lucky number 13 on the season, matching a career high set in Vegas during the 22-23 season. And over in Nashville, Alex Tuch notched his 19th of the year, number 89, with his 89th goal. With the Sabres, he's currently ranked second on the team in goals and points. In 249 games played in Vegas, Tuch put up 139 points. In 253 games with the Sabres, 219 points. A little bit of an uptick there. Well, as we wrap up our time here on Hockey in the Desert Weekly, it is once again time to clear the ice. And on this show, goalies get a lot of love, but not so much for what they do stopping the puck. But if they score a goal or if they drop the gloves like we saw here in the UCSHL, the Tendies for the Fargo Force in Sioux Falls Stampede meet at center ice, which is epic in itself, just exchanging haymakers. Look at them. Look at them go. Look at them go. This has been Hockey in the Desert Weekly. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.